Hello everyone, welcome to the Diligent Learners. In this video, we'll be covering computer awareness for the upcoming CBSE Direct Recruitment Examination. This is the part 7th of the video. Now, in this video, I'll be covering cybersecurity, internet, as well as some other miscellaneous topics. Okay, so the first concept which we'll see is cyberspace. It is the web of electronic computers and communication networks which interconnect the world. Then cybercrime. Cybercrime is a criminal activity that either targets or uses a computer or computer network or a network device. Cybersecurity, it protects internet or network and information from unauthorized access and alteration. Cybersecurity is the application of technologies, processes and controls to protect networks, program systems, devices and data from cyber attacks. Now features क्या है? Compliance, defense, internal threats, threat prevention, confidentiality, etc. Types of cybercrimes, we have hacking. Hacking is the act of compromising digital devices and networks by gaining unauthorized access to an account or computer system. There are a lot of hacking techniques. So some of them are phishing, keyloggers, clickjacking attacks, bait and switch attack, denial of service attacks, and cookie theft. Next, cyber theft. Cyber theft occurs when a criminal uses the internet to steal the personal or financial data of a victim with the intent to use that information for criminal purposes. ठीक है? Cyber stalking कब होता है? It is a type of cybercrime that involves using technology to harass or intimidate someone. It can include a range of behaviors such as unwanted emails, messages, or social media posts tracking someone's online activity. Then cyberbullying में क्या है? It is a form of harassment or bullying and it is inflicted through the use of electronic or communication devices such as computers, mobiles, phones or laptops, etc. Identity theft कब होता है? When someone uses your identifying information like your name, social security number or credit cards information without your permission to commit fraud or other crimes. Email spamming क्या है? Email bombing is characterized by a victim's email account or mail server crashing as a result of a large number of emails being sent to the target by a prohibited user. So message is useless and too long to use resources. ठीक है? बहुत सारे मेल्स कोई बेच देता है, जैसे एडवर्टीजमेंट्स बहुत सारे बेच देते हैं ना कोई लोग, कोई वेबसाइट्स अपने हमारे ईमेल अकाउंट में, दैट इज़ नोन एज स्पैमिंग. Malicious software, malware क्या होता है? Any software intentionally designed to harm, disrupt or gain unauthorized access to computer systems, networks or users for nefarious purposes and often financial gains. There are different types of malware. So first of all, we have virus. Viruses attach themselves to legitimate programs and replicate when they are infected when the infected program runs. ठीक है? तो इनको infected program एक प्रोग्राम चाहिए होता है, उसको इन्फेक्ट करते हैं और फिर दे मल्टीप्लाई. ठीक है? तो एग्जाम्पल है स्टक्सनेट. देन वी हैव वर्म्स. वर्म्स आर प्रोग्राम्स दैट रेप्लिकेट एंड स्प्रेड अक्रॉस अ नेटवर्क इंडिपेंडेंटली. ठीक है? दे डू नॉट नीड टू अटैच टू फाइल्स अनलाइक वायरसेस. वायरसेस को एक प्रोग्राम चाहिए होता है, उसमें दे अटैच एंड ओनली देन दे फंक्शन, whereas worms function independently. Example Configure 2008. Trojan horse क्या है? It disguises themselves as legitimate software and once inside a system they create a backdoor for attackers. An example of this is Zeus. Then spyware, it secretly monitors users' activity, capturing keystrokes, browsing habits, and personal information. So, example of this is Pegasus. Then we have ransomware. It encrypts files on a victim system and demands a ransom for encryption or decryption keys. ठीक है? Example क्या है? Akira. Then adware displays unwanted advertisements on a user's computer, often in the form of pop-up ads. ठीक है? तो example क्या है? Superfish. फिर rootkits क्या होते हैं? Basically they are kits used to conceal malicious software. ठीक है? Concealment के लिए use करते हैं. They operate steadily within a compromised system. Example है Sony VMG का rootkit. Botnets क्या है? They are a network of infected computers which are controlled remotely by a single entity. Example है Mariposa. And keyloggers क्या है? They basically record keystrokes on a computer to capture sensitive informations like password, credit card details and personal data. Example है Dark Tequila. तो इसमें क्या होता है, जैसे एटीएम में यू एंटर अ पिन है ना, सो द कीबोर्ड में देयर विल बी सम सॉर्ट ऑफ वायरस, वायरस तो नहीं, इसको की लॉगर बोलते हैं, उसमें विच एवर नंबर्स यू प्रेस इट विल गेट रजिस्टर्ड विद द की लॉगर, ठीक है। तो उससे योर पिन कैन देन बी मिसयूज्ड। वायरस ये अभी हमने पढ़ लिया है, वायरस वी हैव रेड, वायरस, वर्म्स, रैंसमवेयर, ट्रोजन हॉर्स, स्पाईवेयर, एडवेयर, ठीक है। सोशल इंजीनियरिंग देख लेते हैं। इट इज़ बेसिकली अ टेक्निक टू मैनिपुलेट पीपल इनटू गिविंग अप सेंसिटिव इन्फॉर्मेशन, ठीक है। फिशिंग क्या होता है, इट इज़ द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ सेंडिंग फ्रॉडुलेंट कम्युनिकेशन that appears to come from a reputable source. It involves tricking people into providing sensitive information such as passwords or credit card numbers, etc. The act of creating misleading websites for the purpose of online identity theft. एग्जाम्पल है कि कोई लेजिटिमेट लुकिंग ईमेल सेंड कर रहा है ना, उसके थ्रू फिशिंग की जा सकती है। देन ईव्सड्रॉपिंग क्या होता है, the term eavesdropping has been derived from the literal practice of secretly listening to the conversation by people standing under the eaves of a house. It is also referred as the man in the middle attack, ठीक है। ये this is very important। man in the middle attack किसको बोलते हैं, eavesdropping को। इसमें MITM attack is when a hacker secretly relays communication between two parties who believe that they are communicating directly. Then a person who listens to someone's private conversation without them knowing. Denial of service में क्या होगा, an attack meant to shut down a machine or network, making it inaccessible to its intended users. So denial of service attacks accomplish this by flooding the target with traffic or sending it information that triggers a crash, ठीक है। To to overload a system so it is no longer operational. So cyber criminals generally use it to bring down a system or network. तो इसमें क्या करते हैं, जो साइबर क्रिमिनल्स होते हैं ना, दे विल ओवरलोड अ नेटवर्क, बहुत सारा स्पैम कर देते हैं, दे फ्लड द टारगेट विद ट्रैफिक, सो दैट इज व्हाट कॉजेज अ क्रैश इन द सिस्टम और सर्विसेज बंद हो जाती हैं, ठीक है। That is denial of service attack. Then we have spoofing. Spoofing is similar to phishing. Spoofing is the act of disguising a communication from an unknown source as being from a known trusted source. Spoofing can apply to emails, phone calls, websites, or can be more technical, such as a computer spoofing of an IP address, address resolution protocol, or domain name system servers. It is a method of stealing personal data. ठीक है। तो फिशिंग मतलब एक गोल होता है एंड स्पूफिंग इज द टेक्निक टू अचीव दैट गोल, ठीक है। दोनों में बस इतना ही डिफरेंस है। देन वी लुक एट हाईजैकिंग और वेबजैकिंग। सो हाईजैकिंग इज हियर द hacker fraudulently takes control of the website and it may change the content of the original site or redirect its control user to another fake similar page, ठीक है। हाईजैकिंग में ऐसे रहेगा and the owner of the website no longer has control and the attackers may use the website for their own web benefit. Where Information Technology Act 2000, this is important, ठीक है। It provides legal infrastructure for e-commerce and cybercrime. It provides legal recognition for transaction carried out by means of electronic communication referred to as electronic commerce. Functions क्या है, it facilitates the electronic filing of documents with government agencies, ठीक है। और कौन से एक्ट्स अमेंड करे थे इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट में, इंडियन पीनल कोड, इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट ऑफ 1872, बैंकर्स बुक्स एविडेंस एक्ट ऑफ 1891 एंड लास्ट वन RBI एक्ट ऑफ 1934, ठीक है। तो एविडेंस एक्ट्स क्यों करें अमेंड, बिकॉज आफ्टर दिस एक्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिकॉर्ड्स वर ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड टू बी एविडेंस, ठीक है। तो इसलिए एक तो इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट अमेंड किया 1872 का और बैंकर्स बुक एविडेंस एक्ट भी करा है। फिर इट वाज आल्सो अमेंडेड इन 2008 टू इंक्लूड साइबर टेररिज्म एंड चाइल्ड पोर्नोग्राफी एज क्राइम्स। नेक्स्ट है it recognizes electronic records, digital signatures and encryptions, activities carried out by electronic means and penalties and damages. Important dates क्या है, 9th June 2000 को it was passed and 17th October 2000 को it was imposed. उसके बाद important sections कुछ यहाँ पे दिए हुए हैं, however this is not normally asked in the examination, ठीक है। You can have a look see, you can get this document from my telegram channel. फिर key elements of इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी एक्ट क्या क्या है? लीगल रिकग्निशन फॉर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रिकॉर्ड्स, facilitation of electronic governance and commerce, promotion of IT sector growth and innovation, cybercrime regulation and data protection, and strict privacy laws. तो जेनरिक सा दिया है कुछ भी, दिस इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट. नेक्स्ट है कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क. तो इंटरनेट क्या रहता है? अ शेयर्ड नेटवर्क विद इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन टू प्रोवाइड कनेक्टिविटी टू द स्टाफ. ठीक है, द वर्ड इंटरनेट इज derived from two words, interconnection and network. It is a worldwide networking of computers. In internet, IP address is based on internet protocol. ठीक है. वेब सर्विसेज क्या होते हैं? इट इज़ अ सॉफ्टवेयर पैकेज यूज्ड टू एस्टैब्लिश कम्युनिकेशन बिटवीन टू डिवाइसेस और एप्लीकेशंस थ्रू द इंटरनेट. नेक्स्ट, वेब ब्राउजर क्या होता है? इट इज़ अ सॉफ्टवेयर एप्लीकेशन यूज्ड टू एक्सेस एंड व्यू इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड डेटा अवेलेबल ऑन द इंटरनेट. ठीक है. वेब ब्राउजर इज अ टाइप ऑफ सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोग्राम दैट हेल्प्स यूजर्स फाइंड एंड एक्सेस इन्फॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल ऑन द वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब. ठीक है. द फर्स्ट वेब ब्राउजर वॉज नेक्सस वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इट वॉज invented by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, वेब ब्राउज़र के बारे में. इट इज़ अ सॉफ्टवेयर, ये पढ़ लिया हमने. एप्लीकेशन यूज फॉर वेब पेजेस इज कॉल्ड एज अ ब्राउज़र. Now, examples of web browser are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge, Apple Safari, Opera, etc. तो वेब ब्राउज़र क्या होता है? प्रोग्राम दैट कैन डिस्प्ले अ वेब पेज. इट is used to view HTML documents and इंटरनेट रिसोर्सेज एक्सेस करने के लिए यूज़ करते हैं. वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब क्या है? इट इज़ बेसिकली एन इंटरनेट बेस्ड सर्विस विच यूजेज अ कॉमन सेट ऑफ रूल्स नोन एज प्रोटोकॉल्स. दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रोटोकॉल्स मतलब रूल्स की बात हो रही है. इट इज़ अ कलेक्शन ऑफ वेब पेजेस स्टोर्ड ऑन वेबसाइट्स. इट वॉज इन्वेंटेड बाय टिम बर्नर्स ली. और फर्स्ट ये क्या था? वेब ब्राउज़र क्या था? नेक्सस, विच वॉज ऑल्सो डेवलप्ड बाय टिम बर्नर्स ली. वर्किंग क्या है? वेब ब्राउजर सेंड्स अ रिक्वेस्ट टू द वेब सर्वर सर्व्स द वेब पेज बैक टू द ब्राउजर. बस इतना ही होता है. ठीक है. सर्च इंजन क्या होते हैं? सर्च इंजन इज सॉफ्टवेयर डिजाइन टू सर्च फॉर इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑन द वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब. आर्ची इज द फर्स्ट सर्च इंजन ऑफ द इंटरनेट. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है. फर्स्ट सर्च इंजन ऑन द इंटरनेट वॉज आर्ची. नेक्स्ट क्या? बिंग है माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का. गूगल तो गूगल का है. गूगल सर्च इंजन इज द मोस्ट यूज सर्च इंजन इन द वर्ल्ड. इट वॉज डेवलप्ड बाय गूगल LLC. A computer program that searches for information is called a search engine. ठीक है. Then important search engines ये हैं: Google, Yahoo, Bing, Archie, DuckDuckGo, Ask.com and Baidu. Then HTTP और SSL का देख लेते हैं. HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It defines how messages are transmitted between a visitor's browser and a website server. ठीक है. तो मैसेज कैसे ट्रांसमिट होते हैं वो डिफाइन करता है HTTP. Then SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer. It basically protects and encrypts the information sent across the internet. ठीक है. इंटरसेप्ट करता है, सॉरी इंटरसेप्ट नहीं कर वो कोई किसी से इंफॉर्मेशन, दैट इज वाई इट इनक्रिप्ट्स द इंफॉर्मेशन. नेक्स्ट है Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, HTTPS. It encrypts the information sent between the browser and the server. The HTTPS makes it harder for hackers to break the connection and steal personal information such as credit card numbers, addresses, passwords, etc. ठीक है. IP addresses क्या होते हैं? देखिए इसमें बस एक मेन चीज़ यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. 255 से कम जो भी रहेगा, 0 to 255, दैट विल बी अ वैलिड IP एड्रेस. ठीक है. तो बस ये सवाल आता है क्वेश्चन में, दिस वन विल नॉट बी वैलिड सिंस यहाँ 256 दिया है. ठीक है. द रेंज ऑफ फुल IP एड्रेस इज फ्रॉम 0000 टू 255. ठीक है. URL का फुल फॉर्म क्या है? यूनिफॉर्म रिसोर्स लोकेटर. ठीक है. द वेब ब्राउजर एड्रेस ऑफ इंटरनेट पेजेस एंड फाइल्स को बोलते हैं. वेबसाइट एड्रेस क्या रहता है? जैसे एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ वेबसाइट एड्रेस आर www.flipkart.com. URL का मीनिंग क्या होता है? यूनिफॉर्म रिसोर्स लोकेटर. तो किसी भी वेब ब्राउज़र का एड्रेस जो है, द वेब ब्राउज़र एड्रेस ऑफ इंटरनेट पेजेस और फाइल्स की बात हो रही है इसमें. वेब ब्राउज़र का जो एड्रेस होता है ना किसी इंटरनेट पेज या फाइल का, उसको URL बोलते हैं. ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ URL के पार्ट्स कौन से होते हैं? वी हैव द प्रोटोकॉल, द होस्ट नेम एज वेल एज द फाइल नेम. ठीक है. HTML stands for Hypertext markup language, it is used to write code for web pages. It is used to create, edit and update web pages. And HTML is a computer language mainly used to create web pages and online web applications. ठीक है. बेसिक HTML का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है? डॉक टाइप HTML, HTML head, ये सब, this is not important. Next, computer networking. A computer network is a system in which two or more computers are connected together to share data, resources, and communication. Networking devices की क्या क्या form है? Networking devices are hardware components that connect computers and other electronic devices through a network. They help in communication, data transfer, and managing network traffic. Common networking devices क्या क्या है? सबसे पहले we have the access point. Access point is where they, देखो, it creates a wireless local area network and allows wireless devices like smartphones, laptops, etc. to connect to a wired network. ठीक है, it is used in homes, public areas, etc. to extend the Wi-Fi range. तो मॉडम के ऊपर आपने ऐसे देखा होगा एंटीना, शायद इसकी बात हो रही है. एक्सेस पॉइंट इज प्रॉब्ली दिस ओनली. देन मॉडम क्या होता है? इट बेसिकली कन्वर्ट्स डिजिटल सिग्नल्स फ्रॉम कंप्यूटर्स इनटू एनालॉग सिग्नल्स फॉर ट्रांसमिशन वाया टेलीफोन और केबल लाइंस एंड वाइस वर्सा. इसका फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? मॉड्यूलेटर, डीमॉड्यूलेटर. ठीक है. रिपीटर क्या होता है? It regenerates weak signals and extends the range of the network. So it is used in large area networks or WANs, works at physical layer. तो इसमें क्या है? जो weak signal आ रहा है कहीं से, उसको it will repeat. ठीक है, तो repeat करके it will be converted into a strong signal and thus the range of the network gets increased. ठीक है. It works at the physical layer. Then hub क्या होता है? Hub is a multi-port repeater. वही repeater का ही multi-port version है. It is used in star topology networks to connect multiple computers and it works at the physical layer. Next है switch. A networking device that is used to connect devices on a computer network to filter and forward data to destination devices. बस इसमें इतना याद करिए कि a switch is a networking device that is used to connect different devices. ठीक है. They allow different nodes of a network to communicate directly. All of this is not important. Next है computer networks. Based on geographical area covered and data transfer rate, computer network transfers are networks are broadly categorized as follows. किस बेसिस पे होता है कैटेगराइजेशन? बेस्ड ऑन जियोग्राफिकल एरिया और द डेटा ट्रांसफर रेट्स. सबसे पहले होता है पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क. ठीक है, तो पर्सनल डिवाइसेस के लिए इसको यूज़ करते हैं, है ना. इट हैज़ एन अप्रॉक्सीमेट रेंज ऑफ 10 मीटर्स एंड द पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क में भी आइदर वायर्ड और अनवायर्ड. वायर्ड के लिए यूएसबी केबल यूज़ करते हैं, अनवायर्ड के लिए वाईफाई और ब्लूटूथ इज यूज्ड. ठीक है, रेंजेस 10 मीटर्स के लिए अप्रॉक्सीमेटली. It is a small high-speed network, covers closed geographical area. It is used to link devices in a single office building or campus and it provides high speeds over short distances. Examples क्या है? Residence, school, laboratory, university, campus, office building, etc. ठीक है. These types of networks can be extended up to 1 kilometer. The data transfer in LAN is quite high and it usually varies from 10 Mbps called Ethernet to 1000 Mbps. A computer network which is used within a building use करते हैं. Then we have the metropolitan area network. It is an extended form of LAN which covers a geographical area like a city or a town. ठीक है. So data transfer in MAN also ranges in Mbps but it is considerably less as compared to LAN. Cable TV network or cable-based broadband internet services are example of metropolitan area networks. This kind of network can be extended up to 30 to 40 kilometers. Then wide area network, it travels large geographical distances like cities, countries, continents, etc. The speed of WAN is lower than LAN and a higher setup cost than LAN and MAN रहता है. इसका सबसे ज़्यादा setup cost रहता है. ठीक है. Now we look at the network topology. Network topology means the way that computers and devices are connected in a network. It shows the layout, structure or arrangement of devices in a computer network. So these are the following main types of network topologies: bus, ring, star, mesh, tree and hybrid. ठीक है. बस टोपोलॉजी में क्या रहता है? एक मेन केबल रहती है, देयर इज अ सिंगल मेन केबल और उससे वेरियस डिवाइसेस आर कनेक्टेड. ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल, इट इज़ यूज इन स्मॉल ऑफिसेज और क्लासरूम्स. ठीक है. एडवांटेजेस है, इट इज़ ईजी टू इंस्टॉल, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव. एंड डिसएडवांटेज है, इफ द मेन केबल फेल्स द होल नेटवर्क विल स्टॉप. ठीक है, and there is difficulty to find errors in the network. Next है star topology. इसमें क्या रहता है, all computers are connected to one central device known as the hub or the switch. So this is the central device, ठीक है, और उससे बाकी devices connected है. It is used in schools, offices and organizations. Advantages क्या है, it is easy to manage and expand. If one computer fails, the others will still work. Now if the main hub fails, however, the whole entire network will stop. ठीक है, so and moreover more cable is required in this case. Next है ring topology. In this, each computer is connected to two others, thus forming a closed loop or a ring. So it is used in small offices or token ring networks. Data flows in one direction, reducing collisions. So all devices have equal access. If one computer fails, the network will break, and it is very hard to add new devices. ठीक है, ये disadvantages हैं. So this is how a ring topology network looks like. ये सारे devices हैं orange वाले, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है मैश टोपोलॉजी. मैश टोपोलॉजी में एवरी कंप्यूटर इज कनेक्टेड टू ईच अदर, टू एवरी अदर कंप्यूटर डायरेक्टली. ठीक है, तो सारे ये सारों कंप्यूटर्स से कनेक्टेड रहेगा. ठीक है, ऐसा रहता है मैश टोपोलॉजी में. ठीक है, तो इट इज़ यूज इन मिलिट्री सिस्टम्स एंड बिग डेटा सेंटर्स. एडवांटेज क्या, इट इज़ हाईली रिलायबल and data can travel through multiple paths. However, the disadvantage is that it is very costly since many cables will be required and it is very complex to install. Next है tree topology. Tree topology is a combination of both star as well as a bus topology and it looks like a tree. ठीक है, तो it is used in large organizations like universities etc. It is advantage क्या है, easy to expand a device the network into small parts. However, what are the disadvantages? If the main line fails somehow, the sub networks will also stop. ठीक है, so and moreover more cable is required, so it is expensive. Next क्या, hybrid topology. इट इज़ अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू और मोर टोपोलॉजीज. ठीक है, स्टार और रिंग या बहुत सारी टोपोलॉजीज को कंबाइन करके वी कम अप विद हाइब्रिड टोपोलॉजी. सो इट इज़ यूज इन लार्ज कंपनीज और डेटा सेंटर्स. एडवांटेजेस क्या है, फ्लेक्सिबल एंड रिलायबल. इट हैज़ द बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस फॉर लार्ज नेटवर्क्स. और डिसएडवांटेजेस क्या है, एक्सपेंसिव होता है एंड इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डिज़ाइन एंड मेंटेन. ठीक है, now we'll look at the previous year questions. I'll be covering previous year questions from the examinations of KVS, NVS or EMRS etc. even DSSSB if possible. So these examinations are basically conducted by CBSE itself and they have a very similar structure and similar pattern as the CBSE direct recruitment examination. ठीक है, so that is why I have referred to these, and I had also compared the previous year questions of CBSE examinations with this and they were quite similar. ठीक है, so we'll be covering the previous year questions of these examinations. First है the set of rules that facilitate communication between nodes in a network is called. तो इसका आंसर क्या रहेगा, प्रोटोकॉल. ठीक है, अ नेटवर्क प्रोटोकॉल इज अ वेल डिफाइंड एंड स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड सेट ऑफ रूल्स. ठीक है, सेट ऑफ रूल्स इज प्रोटोकॉल दैट determines how data is transmitted, received and interpreted between different nodes in a network. It ensures that the connected devices can communicate with each other correctly regardless of their internal structure, design or processes. So protocols define data format, timing, sequencing, error control during communication. Next step, for analog devices, bandwidth is expressed in dash. So for analog devices, bandwidth is expressed in cycles per second or hertz. ठीक है, ये एनालॉग के लिए है, डिजिटल के लिए ये सब होते हैं लाइट्स वगैरह. In analog devices, bandwidth represents the range of frequencies a channel can transmit and is measured in hertz or cycles per second. ठीक है, एनालॉग में ऐसे वेव फॉर्म में जाता है ना कुछ भी, तो 1 साइकिल पर सेकेंड या 20 साइकिल्स पर सेकेंड या हर्ट्स के फॉर्म में इट इज़ मेजर्ड. द बैंडविड्थ रेंज ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसीज होती है. Next, which out of the following is the correct full form of VoIP? So VoIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. ठीक है, बी ऑप्शन है. Voice over Internet Protocol is a technology that allows voice communication and multimedia sessions over the internet instead of traditional phone networks. ठीक है, PSTN की जगह इंटरनेट के साथ ही you can do communication as well as multimedia. So it enables services such as voice calls and video calls using computer networks. Next है Gafoor Shanti is planning to connect 24 computers in his office using Ethernet local area network. Which one of the following devices should he use? A switch, repeater, HDMI splitter or a booster? So the answer for this will be a switch. ठीक है, तो स्विच का क्या काम होता है? इट इज़ बेसिकली अ नेटवर्किंग डिवाइस विच इज़ यूज्ड टू कनेक्ट मल्टीपल कंप्यूटर्स और डिवाइसेस within the same network. ठीक है, it sends data only to the intended receiving device, which improves the network speed and security. So HDMI splitters are used for video signals and are not networking devices. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है walkie-talkie is an example of dash communication system. So the answer for this will be half duplex. So देखो walkie-talkie it allows communication in both directions, but only one person can speak at a time. This characteristic is known as half duplex communication system. ठीक है, मैं बाकियों का भी मीनिंग बता देती हूँ. वेट, communication systems. हाँ ठीक है, तो इसमें दिया है सिंप्लेक्स इज वन वे कम्युनिकेशन लाइक इन अ रेडियो. रेडियो में जैसे वन वे कम्युनिकेशन होता है, एक ही इंसान बोल रहा रहता है ना, वी कैन नॉट कम्युनिकेट बैक इन अ रेडियो. सो दिस इज अ सिंप्लेक्स सिस्टम. एग्जाम्पल रेडियो. हाफ ड्यूप्लेक्स तो आपको पता चल गया, वॉकी टॉकी है. इसमें ओनली वन पर्सन कैन स्पीक एट अ टाइम, हाउएवर दोनों साइड से कम्युनिकेशन हो सकती है. Then we have full duplex communication systems in which two-way communication can happen simultaneously. ठीक है, so data flows in both directions simultaneously. तो examples क्या हैं इसके? वही टेलीफोन एंड ये मोबाइल फ़ोन एट्सेट्रा, मॉडर्न इंटरनेट कम्युनिकेशन एट्सेट्रा. ठीक है, और ये तो इन दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन है. Next question है a device used to connect two or more different networks is called a dash. So the answer for this will be gateway. ठीक है, so a gateway is basically a hardware device that connects two or more different networks, often using different protocols. Different set of rules use कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, it acts as an entry and exit point and performs protocol conversion when required. तो इसमें और स्विच में क्या फ़र्क है? स्विच इज़ यूज टू कनेक्ट डिफरेंट डिवाइसेस टू अ नेटवर्क, whereas a gateway is basically used to connect two or more different networks with themselves. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है what does S stand for in HTTPS? सो HTTPS का फुल फॉर्म क्या होता है? हाइपर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल सिक्योर. तो दिस इज लेस averse to hacking by unscrupulous elements. ठीक है, तो इसका आंसर क्या है? डी, सिक्योर. The S indicates that the data exchanged between the browser and the server is encrypted. ठीक है, and it thus prevents unauthorized access and improves the security. Next, which of the following is not an example of IP address? So ये चार ऑप्शंस दिए हैं. तो हमें पता है कि द मैक्सिमम लिमिट क्या है इसका आईपी एड्रेस के, मैक्सिमम ये हो सकता है एंड मिनिमम क्या हो सकता है 0000। ठीक है, तो इन इस रेंज में इफ इट लाइज देन इट इज़ वैलिड, अदरवाइज इट इज़ इनवैलिड। सो दिस वन इज़ वैलिड, इवन दिस इज़ वैलिड, दिस इज़ नॉट वैलिड बिकॉज 256 आ गया है इसमें। ठीक है, दिस वन विल नॉट बी वैलिड और ये भी वैलिड है। सो द आंसर विल बी सी। ठीक है, what is the primary purpose of FTP in computing? So FTP stand options क्या दिए हैं? To report failure to process, to convert file to program, to transfer files over the internet or to recover forgotten passwords. तो FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol और इसका ऑप्शन रहेगा C, that is to transfer files over the internet. ठीक है, द फाइल ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल इज अ स्टैंडर्ड नेटवर्क प्रोटोकॉल used to upload, download and manage files between computers over the internet. Next, which of the following is the correct full form of TCP? TCP का full form होता है Transmission Control Protocol. ठीक है, this D1 will be correct. TCP works with IP and ensures reliable, ordered and error-checked delivery of data over the internet. ठीक है, so the next question is regarding networking protocols. In the context of networking protocols, what does the letter T in FTP stand for? So T stands for transfer and the full form of FTP is file transfer protocol and it is used to transfer files between computers over a network. Next, in a computer networking, what is the full form of the acronym IP? So IP stands for Internet Protocol. ठीक है, and that is the answer for this question. Internet protocol defines the rules for addressing and routing data packets so that they reach the correct destination. So IPv4 uses 32-bit addressing and IPv6 uses 128-bit addressing. So this is very important. ठीक है, IPv4 में 32-bit addressing है and 6 में है 128. Next, in which of the following a person is constantly followed or chased by another person or group over the internet? So the answer for this is stalking. Okay, so cyber stalking involves repeatedly harassing, monitoring, or threatening a person through digital platforms such as email, social media, or messaging apps. Which of the following is not a correct statement about the address of a website? So the statements given are web address can have multiple dots. हमें not correct बताना है ना, तो this is correct. It can have multiple dots. Web address can have alphabets. This is also correct. Web address can have digits. This is also correct. Then web address may contain one @ symbol. तो देखो, @ symbol is used in email addresses. This will be wrong. And not in website URLs. ठीक है, so therefore option D will be not correct. नेक्स्ट है विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ एन आईपी एड्रेस। तो इसमें बस फिर से वही देखेंगे, 256 से कम होना चाहिए, सॉरी 255 से कम होना चाहिए, है ना, 255 और 255 से कम, 0 to 255। सो द आंसर फॉर दिस विल बी सी सिंस इसमें 256 लिखा है। Next, we'll move to out of the following, find the correct full form of FTP. So FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. ठीक है, next है in computer networks the encryption techniques are primarily used for improving which of the following? So the answer for this is the security. ठीक है, encryption is used to improve the security. Encryption ensures data confidentiality by preventing unauthorized users from reading or altering transmitted information. Next, Ravi Johri is planning to connect 40 computers of his office using Ethernet cable. Which type of network will be formed? So the answer for this is local area network will be formed if 40 computers are connected using an Ethernet cable. ठीक है, Local area network connects computers within a very limited geographical area, such as an office, school, or building, typically using Ethernet cables. Ethernet बोलते हैं. Jaya Pravesh is planning to connect her mobile with her friend's mobile to transfer photos using Bluetooth. Which type of network will be formed? So the answer for this is personal area network. ठीक है? Personal area network connects personal devices over very short distances using technologies like Bluetooth, infrared, NFC. NFC stands for Near Field Communication और Wi-Fi hotspots. ठीक है. ये नियर फील्ड कम्युनिकेशन उसमें भी यूज़ करते हैं, जो फास्टैग रहते हैं ना व्हीकल्स पे, उसमें भी नियर फील्ड कम्युन शायद उसमें भी शायद यूज़ करते हैं. नहीं, उसमें RFID यूज़ करते हैं. नियर फील्ड कम्युनिकेशन इज probably used for, let me see what else it is used for. जो टैप एंड गो वगैरह होता है ना कार्ड्स में, कार्ड पेमेंट के लिए आजकल कुछ टैप एंड गो का सिस्टम है, उसमें नियर फील्ड कम्युनिकेशन यूज़ करते हैं. ठीक है. इवन RFID इज अ टाइप ऑफ नियर फील्ड कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी. तो जो फास्टैग है ना, it is based on radio frequency identification, that is also a near field communication technology. Next, internet connected computers have an IP address. What is the full form of IP? So IP stands for internet protocol. ठीक है. इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल का मीनिंग क्या होता है? These are basically the rules which should be followed for data transfer. It is a set of rules used for communication over the internet, ensuring proper addressing and data routing. ठीक है. So the next question is, file and directory names in NTFS can be up to dash characters long, including any extensions. So the answer for this is 255. ठीक है. NTFS का full form, wait a second, let me tell you. NTFS stands for New Technology File System. ठीक है. पहले FAT होता था, अभी NTFS है. ठीक है. फाइल FAT का फुल फॉर्म था फाइल एलोकेशन टेबल. नेक्स्ट है, व्हाट इज अ राउटर इन कंप्यूटर टर्मिनोलॉजी. So the options are an input device, an output device, computing device, or a network device. So the answer is a networking device. In computer terminology, a router is a networking device that connects different devices to the internet or connects multiple networks together. ठीक है. It forwards data packets between networks and determines the best path for data transmission. ठीक है. It connects different devices to the internet or multiple networks together, and it forwards data packets between the networks. In which of the following a person is constantly followed or chased by another person or a group of several people over the internet? So the answer is stalking. This is a repeated question. Cyber stalking occurs when a cyber offender repeatedly uses email, direct messages, social media, or other electronic means to harass, threaten, or harm someone mentally or physically. It includes monitoring someone's online activities or physical location, stealing someone's identity for personal gain, or repeated unwanted communication. Jones D is planning to connect 20 computers of his office using Ethernet cable. Which network is formed by him? So the answer is local area network. ठीक है. Local area network connects computers within a small geographical area such as home, school, or office. It allows computers and devices to share data and resources like printers and internet connections efficiently. Next है Priyam Sahai is planning to connect her own mobile with her friend's mobile to transfer photos using Bluetooth. Now, which type of network will be formed by her? So, the answer for this will be पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क, ठीक है। A personal area network is a small network used to connect personal electronic devices around an individual, such as smartphones, tablets, laptops, etc. And it is used mainly for sharing or transferring data between personal devices and usually works within a very short distance. Next, in a computer lab, 30 computers are connected using an Ethernet cable and a switch to share the resources. Which type of network is most likely used? So, again, the answer is local area network. A local area network is formed when computers within a limited area, such as a lab, school, or office, are connected using Ethernet cables and switches. LAN allows fast, secure, and efficient sharing of data and resources like printers. Next, if two people are transferring images from one smartphone to another using Bluetooth technology, which type of network is most likely formed? So the answer for this is a पर्सनल एरिया नेटवर्क। ये बार बार वही सवाल रिपीट होते हैं अलग अलग एग्जाम्स में, ठीक है। सो यू वुड नो कि दिस इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक। A personal area network is used to connect personal devices over short distances, ranging from a few centimeters to a few meters. Connecting a smartphone to Bluetooth headphone, ये example है एक. Then connecting keyboards or mouse to a laptop. ठीक है, identify the most commonly used full form of LAN in the context of a computer system. So the answer for this is local area network. ठीक है. So LAN stands for local area network. It is used to connect two or more computers within a limited area, such as offices, schools, homes, or colleges. Using LAN, data can be easily transferred from one computer to the other. Next here, Ramya is planning to connect 20 computers of her office using Ethernet cable. Which type of, again similar questions सारों में पूछे हैं, LAN रहेगा इसका भी. When computers are connected within a limited area using Ethernet cables, it is called a local area network. It is faster, more secure, and cost effective for short distance networking. Then we have a hardware device or software that is used to filter and control the incoming and outgoing data packets in our network is known as what? So the answer for this is a firewall. Okay, this is important. It is basically a hardware or software that is used to filter and control the incoming or outgoing data packets. Okay? It is a security system that monitors and controls the incoming and outgoing network traffic. It can be implemented as either as a hardware or a software and works on predefined security rules to decide which data packets are allowed or blocked. Its main purpose is to protect the network from hackers, malware, and unauthorized access. Okay? So the next question is, which of the following is the correct full form of TCP? TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. Okay, so that is option C. It is a reliable communication protocol used over the internet. It ensures that data is delivered accurately and in the correct sequence. Okay, if any data packet is lost, TCP retransmits it, thus making communication secure and reliable. ठीक है. Out of the following ports, which do you think helps us in connecting an Ethernet cable to a PC or laptop? So the options are HDMI, RJ45, USB, or audio jack. So the answer for this is RJ45. Okay, that is the kind of port which is used for connecting an Ethernet cable to a PC or a laptop. RJ45 port is used to connect Ethernet cables to laptops for LAN connections. USB is used for peripherals, HDMI is for video output, and audio jack is for sound. ठीक है, RJ45 is thus the correct port. Out of the following, find the correct full form of FTP. So FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol and ये नहीं है, File Transfer Protocol है. ठीक है, so it is an application layer protocol used to transfer files from one system to the another over a network. It is also used for transferring web page files to servers. ठीक है, internet is the best example of what? So the answer for this is WAN, yeah, wide area network. ठीक है, The internet is a wide area network that connects computers across countries and continents. It allows sharing of information and files globally using TCP/IP protocols. Then we have, which of the following is not an effective practice to secure our passwords? So the options are using password manager, not an effective practice बोला है ना. तो है passwords should contain memorable data for easy recall. Password should be changed frequently. This is correct. This is correct. Password should not be used. Should not be written down in a file. This is also correct. It should contain memorable data for easier recall. So this is wrong. ठीक है, this is not a very effective practice. Passwords containing easily memorable or personal data increase the risk of unauthorized access. ठीक है, strong passwords should include a combination of letters, numbers, and special characters. Next, which of the following statements is false? The internet is a network of networks. The internet is a local computer network. All computers on the internet are interconnected for information sharing, and using the internet we can send emails, photos, videos, messages worldwide. ठीक है, so the answer is B. It is not a local computer network, it is a wide area network. ठीक है, next है, which of the following is not a valid method of spreading a computer virus? तो not पूछा है. So the options are downloading free software from the internet. So this is a valid method. ठीक है. Clicking on pop-ups on web pages. This is also a method for spreading virus. Printing files residing on your computer. नहीं, इससे क्या होगा? जो the files which are already on your computer, they do not bring virus. ठीक है. मतलब वो पहले से ही है, तो उससे क्या होगा? उसको प्रिंट करने से there won't be any virus. Then opening attachments from unknown sources, this can also put virus in your computer. ठीक है. Next है, which of the following statements is correct? An antivirus program cannot be used without a browser. Online railway reservation requires an internet connection. देखो, करेक्ट बताना है हमको. तो एंटीवायरस कैन नॉट बी, दिस इज रॉन्ग. इट कैन बी यूज्ड. करेक्ट पूछा ना, हाँ वही. दिस इज रॉन्ग. एंटीवायरस प्रोग्राम कैन बी यूज्ड विदाउट अ ब्राउजर. ठीक है. ऑनलाइन रेलवे रिजर्वेशंस रिक्वायर एन इंटरनेट कनेक्शन. देन this is correct. A computer system cannot operate without internet connection. This is wrong. So the correct statement here is option B. Online railway reservation requires an active internet connection. A computer can operate without the internet, and antivirus software does not depend upon browsers. ठीक है. Which of the following statements is incorrect? So the first क्या है? CAPTCHA identifies whether the user is a human or computer. हमें इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स बताने हैं. सो दिस इज करेक्ट. ठीक है. कुकी स्टोर यूजर इंफॉर्मेशन एंड टेक्स्ट फाइल. दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. इट इज सेफ टू यूज यूजर नेम एज पासवर्ड. दिस इज रॉन्ग. ठीक है. दैट मेक्स आर पासवर्ड प्रोन टू, मतलब वो मिसयूज हो सकता है पासवर्ड, एंड इट कैन ईजिली बी गेस्ड बाय अनऑथराइज्ड यूजर. Then a browser is required to access websites. This is correct. So option C is the one which is incorrect. Using username as password is unsafe because usernames are public. ठीक है. Password should be strong and confidential to protect personal data. ठीक है. So the next question is, which types of characters should we use in our password to make it a stronger one? So the options are only alphabets and numeric digits, alphabet and special characters, yeah, all of these. So the answer will be all of these. To make a password stronger, it should include a combination of alphabets, both uppercase and lowercase, numbers, special characters. A strong password should have at least 12 characters. and should contain complexity. Complex passwords are harder to guess, difficult to break, and provide better security against unauthorized access. ठीक है? Next, which type of computer network is generally configured when two buildings of a school located within the campus are connected together using optical fiber to share some data? So the answer for options क्या है ये PAN, LAN, MAN, WAN. So answer क्या है local area network. ठीक है? A local area network is used to connect two or more computers within a limited area, such as a building, school, college, etc. LAN generally covers a distance ranging from about 100 meters up to 1 kilometer and is commonly used for sharing data or devices like printers and other resources. Which type of networks are generally configured in our computer labs where a printer can be shared by 10 or more computer systems? So the answer for this is local area network. ठीक है? Simple question है. In computer labs where a printer is shared among 10 or more computers, a local area network is generally used. Local area network is suitable for sharing resources such as printers, data storage within a small geographical area. Next, which type of networks do we create when we connect two smartphones to transfer some photos through Bluetooth? So the answer for this is PAN, that is personal area network. When two smartphones are connected using Bluetooth to transfer photos, a personal area network is formed. A personal area network is used for short range communication between personal devices. ठीक है? Next, say identify the type of cyber threat that compromises a device like phone or tablet to install malware on the device which seems to be a useful software. So इसके options क्या क्या है? स्पूफिंग, फिशिंग, ट्रोजन हॉर्स और हैकिंग. तो अगर हम ऐसा कोई अटैक है जिसमें मालवेयर इंस्टॉल हो रहा है, उसको हम लोग ट्रोजन हॉर्स बोलते हैं. ठीक है? ट्रोजन हॉर्स में क्या होगा? इट इज़ अ डेंजरस टाइप ऑफ मालवेयर that appears as a legitimate or useful software. Once installed, it secretly performs malicious activities such as stealing information or allowing unauthorized access to the system. Now, which of the following is not a threat to security and privacy risks? So the options are viruses, identity theft, hackers, and or spam. So the answer for this is नॉट अ थ्रेट पूछा है ना, नॉट अ थ्रेट टू सिक्योरिटी और प्राइवेसी रिस्क. तो ये सब तो हैं थ्रेट्स, बट स्पैम इज नॉट अ थ्रेट. स्पैम रेफर्स टू अनसोलिसिटेड बल्क ईमेल्स, यूजुअली advertisements. While spam is annoying, it is not directly a threat to security and privacy like viruses, hackers, or identity theft. Next है a disruptive program that spreads from program to program or from disk to disk is known as क्या. तो options है time bomb, trojan horse, virus or time related bomb sequence. So the answer will be virus. Virus is a type of a malicious software that spreads from one program to another, from one disk to another. It is designed to alter the computer's operations, damage data, or cause system malfunction by attaching itself to files or programs. ठीक है? Now firewall के बारे में. Firewall is designed to block unauthorized access. It is implemented in which of the following? Hardware only, combination of software and hardware, either software or hardware, or a combination of software and hardware, or software only. So the answer will be C, either software or hardware or both software and hardware. ठीक है? Firewall is a security system used to protect a computer or network from viruses and malware. It monitors incoming and outgoing network traffic and blocks suspicious activity. Firewall can be implemented as hardware, software, or a combination of both. ठीक है? Now, which of the following statements is false? The statements given are communication protocols used by the internet is TCP and IP. So, this is true. ठीक है? Then we have internet Service providers are the owners of www, ये गलत है. The term internet means international network of computers and it is the fastest means to search and share information. This is also correct. Intranet refers to an organization owned computer network that uses internet protocol technology. This is also correct. ठीक है, तो internet service providers are not the owners of www. The World Wide Web is a system through which information on the internet can be accessed. ठीक है, whereas the internet service providers are only people who provide internet services. They do not own it. They do not own www. ठीक है. Next है a hardware device or a software that is used to filter and control the incoming and outgoing packets in a network is known as dash. So the answer for this will be a firewall. So a firewall is a cybersecurity device used to protect a network by monitoring and controlling incoming and outgoing traffic based on predefined security rules. ठीक है, it blocks harmful traffic and allows safe data to pass through it. So the next question is Sakshi plans to protect her office network of approximately 100 computers from potential threat and malware. Which of the following hardware or software devices would be most effective in achieving this? So the answer for this will be firewall. ठीक है. A firewall is a hardware or software based network security system that monitors incoming and outgoing network traffic. So it allows or blocks traffic based upon security rules, making it the most effective option for protecting a large office network. ठीक है. Next question, a hardware device or a software that is used to filter and control the incoming and outgoing data packets in a network is known as dash. So the answer will again be firewall. A firewall filters and controls data packets entering and leaving a network, thus ensuring network security and preventing unauthorized access. Now, which of the following softwares is related to computer system security? The options are hardware, spreadsheet, WordPress, or antivirus. So the answer will be antivirus. An antivirus software is used to detect, prevent, and remove a malware. Therefore, it is directly related to the computer system's security. Next है a mathematical technique that is used to recognize the authenticity and reliability of a message or software or digital document is called which of the following? So the answer for this one will be digital signature. ठीक है. So a digital signature is a cryptographic technique used to verify the authenticity and integrity of digital messages, documents or softwares. ठीक है. Digital signatures are based on which of the following? Cryptography. So the answer will be public key. Digital signatures are based on public key cryptography, also known as asymmetric cryptography. So this is very important. ठीक है. पब्लिक की क्रिप्टोग्राफी या एसिमेट्रिक क्रिप्टोग्राफी बोलते हैं डिजिटल सिग्नेचर्स को. They are used to verify the authenticity and integrity of digital messages, documents, or softwares. Which of the following statements are true? So the options are digital signatures make it difficult for the signer to deny having signed the data. So this is a correct statement. Next, in a digital signature, the public key is used for both encryption as well as decryption. So this is wrong. ठीक है. The statement one is true because the digital signatures ensure non-repudiation. Whereas statement 2 is false because encryption uses the public key while decryption uses the private key. So this is very important. Public key encryption के लिए use करते हैं और decryption के लिए we use private key. नेक्स्ट है, which of the following statements are false? So the options are: a digital signature preserves the integrity of a message, or a digital signature does not provide non-repudiation. So this one is false. Okay, and the first one is true. So the answer for this question will be only two, since we have to answer find the false statement. Statement 1 is true because digital signatures ensure message integrity, and statement 2 is false because digital signatures do not provide non repudiation, do provide है ना। यहाँ फर्स्ट इससे पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में भी देखा था, नॉन रिप्यूडिएशन मतलब कि once a person has digitally signed a document, they cannot go back on their words कि नहीं मैंने नहीं साइन किया है। ठीक है, इसको नॉन रिप्यूडिएशन बोलते हैं। नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग प्रोग्राम्स is installed like hardware and is stored in ROM? So the options are skinware, hardware, firmware, or software. So the answer for this will be a firmware. A firmware is a software that is permanently stored in hardware memory, specifically in read-only memory. It works like hardware and controls low-level operation of devices. Because it is stored in the read-only memory, it remains intact even when the device is powered off. Okay, so it is very important. Next, which of the following statements are false? So the statements given are: the full form of SIM used in mobile phones is subscriber identity module. तो सिम का फुल फॉर्म हमें क्या बताना, क्या है, फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट्स बताने हैं ना। सो द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट। ठीक है, सिम का फुल फॉर्म यही होता है, सब्सक्राइबर आइडेंटिटी मॉडल, सॉरी मॉड्यूल। नेक्स्ट है, द साइज ऑफ माइक्रो एंड नैनो सिम कार्ड्स इज द सेम, दिस इज फॉल्स। सो द आंसर विल बी ओनली टू। The sizes of micro SIM and nano SIM cards are not the same. A nano SIM card is smaller than a micro SIM. Therefore, statement 2 is false. Now, which of the following statements are true? GSM mobiles support transmission of both data and voice together. Yeah, customer information in CDMA mobiles is stored in the handset or the phone. So, both the options are correct here. Both 1 and 2 are correct. GSM and CDMA are popular mobile communication standards. ठीक है, GSM supports simultaneous transmission of voice and data, whereas CDMA technology, uh, customer information is stored directly in the handset rather than on a SIM card. Hence, both are correct. ठीक है, GSM का मैं फुल फॉर्म बता देती हूँ. It stands for Global System for Mobile Communication. ठीक है, और CDMA का भी, let me tell you the full form. CDMA stands for Code Division Multiple Access. So the CDMA as well as GSM are basically two types of radio networks which are used by वायरलेस कैरियर्स. ठीक है, टाइप्स ऑफ रेडियो नेटवर्क्स हैं ये दोनों. ठीक है, तो उस या रेडियो नेटवर्क्स या मोबाइल कम्युनिकेशन स्टैंडर्ड्स भी बोल सकते हैं. GSM supports simultaneous transmission of both voice as well as data, whereas CDMA में customer information is stored directly in the handset rather than on the SIM card. ठीक है, hence both the statements will be true here. So the next question is, an innocent looking email attachment or a program downloaded and installed on a computer that appears harmless but is actually malicious and performs tasks designed by the attacker is called which of the following? So the answer will be Trojan horse. ठीक है? A Trojan horse is a type of malware that disguises itself as a legitimate or harmless program. Once installed, it allows attackers to control the system, steal data, or perform other malicious activities. Unlike viruses, Trojans do not replicate themselves and rely on user interaction for installation. ठीक है? What जैसे वायरस तो अपने आप मल्टीप्लाई होते रहता है ना, ट्रोजन्स डू नॉट replicate themselves, or only if the user installs it, only then will it start working. ठीक है? What role is played by a switch in a computer system? So the options are, it is used as an input device, it is used as a computing device, networking device, or an output device. So the answer will be, it is used as a networking device. A switch is an essential networking device used to connect multiple devices such as computers, printers, and routers within a network. So it enables data transfer and communication between connected devices efficiently. ठीक है? नेक्स्ट है, ग्राविट सिया is planning to connect 15 office computers using Ethernet cable. Which one of the following devices should he use for the same? So the answer for this will be switch. ठीक है? To connect multiple computers using Ethernet cables in a local network, a switch is required. A switch allows multiple devices to connect to the same network and communicate to each other efficiently. Here, dash is used to carry digital data on analog lines. So the answer for this is modem. ठीक है, modulator, demodulator. A modem is used to transmit digital data over analog telephone lines. It converts digital signals into analog signals via the process of modulation for transmission and converts them back into the digital signals via demodulation at the receiving end. ठीक है? A device that can convert digital signals to analog signals is known as a modem. A similar question. The word modem is derived from modulator, demodulator. It converts digital signals into analog signals for transmission over telephone lines and converts analog signals back into the digital form via demodulation. It is a hardware device used to connect computers to broadband networks. ठीक है? Now we look at questions from internet and web technology. Which of the following is not a correct statement about the address of a website? So क्या options है? Web address can have multiple dot operators. This is correct. This is a repeated question. हमने अभी पहले भी किया था ये. Web address can have alphabets in it. This is correct. Web address can have digits in it. Web address should contain one @ symbol. This is wrong. @ symbol is important for email addresses, ठीक है, not web addresses. A website address, that is URL, may contain multiple dots, alphabets and digits. Example, google.com. The @ symbol is not used in web addresses, hence option D is incorrect. Which of the following is the correct full form of HTTP? So the answer will be Hypertext Transfer Protocol, option B. ठीक है, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. It is a protocol, या मतलब rules को बोलते हैं, set of rules used on the World Wide Web for transferring data between a client and a server and works on the client-server model. ठीक है? Next, we'll look at the next question. Select the correct form of FTP out of the following. Correct full form बताना है हमें. तो FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. ठीक है? So B will be the option answer. FTP is a network protocol used to upload and download files between computers over the internet. It works over TCP/IP and operates at the application layer. ठीक है? Next है, what is the full form of www? So the full form of www is World Wide Web. www stands for World Wide Web. It was developed in 1989 by a British scientist at CERN and is used to access information over the internet. Now, which of the following protocols is commonly used for transferring files over the internet? So, the options are SMTP, VoIP, FTP or TCP/IP. So, the answer will be ट्रांसफरिंग फाइल्स के लिए हम क्या यूज़ करते हैं FTP फाइल ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल और फॉर कम्युनिकेशन के लिए TCP/IP यूज़ करते हैं फाइल ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल इज़ यूज्ड टू ट्रांसफर फाइल्स over the internet from one computer to another or between a client and a server. So the next question is, which of the following units is commonly used to measure internet speed? इसमें क्या क्या options दिए हैं? Mbps, dpi, megapixel or ppm. So the answer for this is Mbps, that is megabits per second. It is the standard unit used to measure internet speed. It indicates how much data can be transferred per second. ठीक है? Next, in the context of networking protocols, what does the letter S in HTTPS stand for? Again repeated question है ये. It stands for secure. ठीक है, तो इसका फुल फॉर्म क्या हो जाएगा? हाइपर टेक्स्ट ट्रांसफर प्रोटोकॉल सिक्योर. HTTPS ensures encrypted and secure data transfer between the web browser and the server. Next question, computers connected to the internet are identified by what? Memory address, IP address, MAC or web. So the answer will be IP address. ठीक है, an internet IP, internet protocol address, uniquely identifies a computer connected to the internet. It helps in identifying the host and its location on the network. ठीक है. Next question, identify the type of network when two or more branches of a school or society situated within the same city are connected using optical fiber to share data. इसमें क्या रहेगा? Within a city है ना? क्या types of when two or more branches of a school society situated within the same city. City में metropolitan area network लगेगा. ठीक है, man. C will be the answer here. When multiple branches within the same city are connected, the network is called a metropolitan area network. And MAN covers a larger area than LAN but smaller than WAN. Which of the following is not an example of a popular search engine on the internet? So options क्या है? Edge, Yahoo, Google, Bing. So these three are search engines, whereas Microsoft Edge is not a search engine, rather it's a web browser. ठीक है. Search engines are software programs used to find information on the internet. Google, Yahoo and Bing are search engines, whereas Microsoft Edge is a web browser, not a search engine. ठीक है. So that is all for this video. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, The Diligent Learners, if you found this video helpful. You can also follow my Telegram channel for any updates, and kindly give me content suggestions in the comments down below. Thank you.